Hi everyone, it's Dasher Dave here again, and I'm back for another crafty video. So today we're going to make one of these. Okay, so this is kind of just come out of my imagination. It's a little thing you can hang it up in your office, and inside it's just got some customer account receipts. So these are actually meal orders. So these have come from Vic. So we're just going to make one of these, and we're going to make it slightly different because we're going to make it with a file folder this time. So that's what we're going to do. So I have a file folder to hand, which you knew would happen because I always do. So what I want to do first of all is I want to square this off, because all I did was just cut the metal bit off, the suspension bit, the hanging bit, and I want to cut that down so that it's nice and straight. Well, as straight as I can achieve today. Anyway, so let's I have to say it doesn't look too out, which is quite unusual for me. So, yeah, so I'm probably just going to cut it like that, and yes, well, that will make it straighter anyway. So, yes. So how is everybody? I hope everybody's doing okay. I hope everybody's well and you're happy, and wherever you are in the world, your weather is not in any extreme, because I know that in Europe there's been some extreme heat, and they've been having very hot and threats to health type hot. And alas, that isn't, well, I don't mean alas, because I don't really want to be in that situation, but we have not been having that heat. Our little island is, well, we're dealing with a lot of rain at the moment, so. And I know you're going to think, well, it's the UK, you get a lot of rain anyway, but it is summertime, and we normally don't get as much as we've had. So anyway, I'm going to make it a similar sort of width which I think is about 3. How big was this? Was it 3? Yes, it was 3 inches. Do I want it a little wider? Should I go a little wider this time? Yeah, I'm going to go a little wider this time. So I'm going to go 3.5 this time. And the reason why I'm cutting it with this and not on my trimmer is because the height of this is too big for my trimmer. So I'm cutting it with this and making do with what I've got. So, and I'm cutting both layers of it. So you'll see why in a moment. So this could be, a nice little journal tuck, or you could. If you want, if you want to put your receipts in it, that's absolutely fine. Margo would absolutely love that. So, of course, we're making this for Margo because she's very in control of her accounts. So, there's a little element of Margo in me, and in everything she does. It's like it's what I would like to be. I aspire to be. However, trust me, the doing your account stuff is not something that I'm on top of. So this is 14 and what's that? Excuse me, sorry, I'm still coughing. This is 14.25 inches high, so I'm going to score this at 7 and an eighth. Is that right? 7 and an eighth? Sounds about right, Dave. Right, I was looking for this. So we're going to score this in half. We'll do one at a time, and we'll go at, what did I just say it was? It was 14.25. So we want it to be 7 and an eighth. Is that right? There. And that should be in half. If I fold that now, is that kind of in half? Yeah, it's not very straight for some reason, but hey, never mind. We can straighten it out, but I'm not entirely sure why that happened, but there we go. things do. Don't worry about it. It's just life. It's just life. So, so these have got they've got a matter surface on the inside and a shinier surface on the outside. So I'm going to score this one so that it folds. Basically what it is there's 2 layers here, and that way then it kind of hides the paper clip, okay, and it also traps the glassine inside the 2 layers as well. So and that's what we're going to do again. So in order to do that, I'm going to score that one the other way up, so that when they go so they go back to back or face to face or whatever, they'll both have the same side showing. So inside and outside will be the same. So that one will fold like that, and that's going to go in. Oh no, it won't fold like that, Dave, because otherwise that's the wrong. No, so I don't know now. I've confused myself. Which one's shiny and which one's not? No, that's right. Is it shiny? No, that way. There we go. We got there in the end. So there we go. So that's our 2 pieces. Yes, they're gonna, because of the way that you've got one on the inside and one on the outside, they kind of one pushes up a bit, and so it'll stick out a bit, but we'll sort that out shortly. So flip that over, put that back in there, otherwise you'll lose it, Dave, although it doesn't stay in there, but start as you mean to go on. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to neaten this up. So I want to get it in as far as I can get it into there. And then we're going to neaten this edge up. We'll do that now. We might have to do it again, but we'll do it now to start with. So that's... Ooh. I think there's a big blob of something on my mat. Yes, there is, because that's what made me go wonky there. Oh well. Margo will be happy that I'm doing and mending. That's slightly wonky as well, so I'm not. Sorry, Margo, but I'm gonna have to straighten this up. I cannot make do with this. There we go. That's alright, cool. So, cutting makes me cough because I get bits of the paper fibres in my lungs. Sorry, I'm just going to have a few sips of tea, which is very hot at the moment. So. Okay, so, it's Yorkshire tea, by the way. Just in case anybody's wondering. We joke about the fact that in Yorkshire you have to drink your quota of Yorkshire tea, otherwise you get thrown out. You get deported. And you can't drink anything else other than Yorkshire tea. So it's frowned upon. You can't drink Lancashire tea or... It makes me laugh though, because they say Yorkshire tea and I'm like, it's not Yorkshire tea because they're definitely not grown in Yorkshire. But don't tell people from Yorkshire that. So, I'm still not happy with that. That's still not straight. Sorry, Margo. We're going to have to... I cannot make do. I'm going to have to mend. That's better. I was just obviously terrible at cutting. I don't like to press too hard against that edge on that because it's plastic. If it had a metal edge to it, I'd be happier. But there we go. That's nice and straight. I'm happy with that now. So... Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to cut the window. So we're going to find a suitable die. So I've got just ordinary square, or do I want to go with that same? Well, this is the bigger version of that. I can go with a bigger window, or I can go with the larger. That's got a very square edge, hasn't it? Yeah. Want to go with the square one? No, let's go with the rounded one. I know it's utilitarian, but it's still, we can still go for aesthetics. Now, I did go for getting it in the middle of that one, but I didn't quite achieve it. But I'm also going to not achieve it on this one because I quite liked that deeper bottom edge. So, I need to stick this down with something. So I've got some washi tape. Oh, what I want to do is I want to cut them both at the same time so they're both in the same place. I'm going to get those two together like that, and then I'm going to somewhere on here kind of hold them together so they don't move, and then we can get some, I really could do with just some washi tape that isn't nice and decorative like this, that I can just use for holding things down with, but alas, this is the only one that I've got where it doesn't, well, it does sometimes take the surface off, but it doesn't dramatically ruin the surface like some of them do. So I'll kind of put that there. Might give it a wiggle again in a minute, but like there, there, and that one there, and then just check it again before I do anything with it. Is that kind of in the right place? Yes, sort of. It doesn't matter if it's not perfect. I'm going to get my die cutting machiney thing out now. Not cricket, what is it? Cuttlebug, that's it. Not a cuttlefish, that's a completely other thing, different thing. So I'm going to put those two together like that. Put that together on there. Do it that way up, Dave. And then pop that through there. So if we go through and then back. Keep that there for a minute just to check and see if it's cut first. Oh, it did. Yep, it's cut through, so I don't need that now. I'm going to peel this off as well, gently. Go. That's that one. That's that one. And those two can go in a little tray at the side there. Okay, can take that apart as well. So now what we've got is we've got this shape. We've got the two layers of it, so we can entrap a piece of glassine in here. Now for this glassine, I used one of the bags that I got from the craft event that I went to, and that's a piece off it as well. So I'm just going to see, it's easier to use this to see if I can completely encapsulate it. I can. Is it a little bit, I think it's a little bit tight, so I might just do another one. That's all I did. I know you're going to think, oh, the way that he was just using those glassine bags, he doesn't deserve to have them, but you know, I have loads of them. So I will use them as glassine bags, but I'm also using them for the glassine, and that's simply because I don't have any of my own. You know, I make my own. If you don't know I make my own, then watch that video, because that's a cracking little video. It tells you how to make your own glassine-esque. We go for about, don't need it to have a neat edge because it's going to be not seen. Just tear it up like that. And then what I did to this was I inked it. So this is called inking. This is the universal sign for inking, clearly. I think I used that one the last time. So let's see if we can use something different. So maybe this. So one side is more shiny than the other, and I tried to put it on the less shiny one because that way then it adhered better. It doesn't tend, otherwise it tends to just slide off the surface. So it's really hard to see what you're doing when you've got it on a black background. So I'll put it on something that's, this isn't quite white, this is kind of a pearly white, like not pearly white like your teeth, but well, if you've got teeth this shiny, then wow, you've probably got no enamel left on them. So your teeth aren't meant to be brilliantly white, you know. So let me just, I think, I'm not really sure I can see it on this either, so I'm just going to try and get it covered as much as possible. Doesn't matter about the edges because you won't see them, but I want to kind of just get up to the edges of the bit that you are going to see. And I found that using the brush on it was better. You didn't get quite so much of a line. So that should, hopefully that looks kind of naturally yellowed through time. Let's see if we can put it, there you go, that's what it looks like. So I struggle to find white pieces of paper to put things against because everything has been dyed or stained or painted or whatever. Okay, so that's going to go in between those two bits, but what we also now need to do is we need to make the bit inside. So I used a paper clip last time. So I used a paper clip and had it sticking out so that it had a little hook so you could hook it up, okay? So, but this time I'm going to do it differently. So I'm going to what I'm going to use is this, which is, it's a plant marker, okay? So I'm going to use it as like a little clip inside, so you'll see this bit. I've just liked this kind of aged look to it. It's a plant marker. It looked like this. Well, no, actually, it looked bright shiny copper when I first bought them, and then I rusted them. And this is what it looked like. So after I've rusted them, so I've found these again since on Temu, and I bought them from just a local hardware store. But they don't sell them anymore. They were in clearance, and I wished I'd bought all of them when I saw them, but I didn't, because I didn't know what I'd do with them at the time. But now I've used them in so many things, I wished I'd bought loads. But you know, I'm not going to regret things. But I've seen them on Temu since, so I'm going to do another Temu order come payday, and then I'll see whether they're the same, and then I can recommend them to you or not. So yeah, or if I get some money for my birthday, I might do a Temu order before my birthday. So because my birthday is sorry, before my next payday, because my birthday is on the 4th of August. So there will be a video the video you're seeing today is the Monday. You'll see the Wednesday, and then on the Friday one I'm doing a little bit of a different video, and you know, that'll be my birthday, but it won't be live because I'll be elsewhere, probably having a lie-in. To be fair, I'm on annual leave now for 2 weeks. So anyway, I digress. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a little slit inside here. So on the other one, I'll put it on both bits because I wanted the hook to stick out. This time I'm not going to have a hook on the top. I'm going to put a slice on the one on the inside. So I've just got to check which one I've just disassembled them. Which one is the inside one? That's the inside one, Dave. That's good. I'm just going to put a little slit. So I'm just going to have a look at how wide this is. Let's have a look at this, because we've cut it down a little bit. It was 3.5 inches, wasn't it? Yeah, and what's that? Well, not a standard measurement. Oh, it is. It's 2 centimeters. So let's find the middle. Let's get the middle sorted. So the middle of here, if it's 3.5, it's going to be 1 3/4 is the middle. So if that's the middle, then it's because it's 2 centimeters wide. The middle of there is on the 1 centimeter. So I'll put a line here. I don't mind it being just a little bit over the line, over the 2 centimeter bit. That gives me enough space, wiggle room space. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut that cut you. So put that there, and then I'm just going to cut kind of this side of the fold. So it's this side of the fold. Oh, hang on. It should have been that side of the fold. Never mind, Dave, because that's where the window is. So anyway, I'll do one this side of the fold as well, and then I'll just cut the fold out. That's the answer. There we go. And then just join those two bits up with a little Nick and Peter. So I just thought, you know, Nick, Peter, never mind. Shh, Dave, shut up, Dave. Yeah, all right then, I will do. So we're going to put that in there. I'm going to push it right in, so because it's the, remember it's a clip, so like it will go in further, but it's doing its clippy job. It's resisting a little. Resistance is futile. I am crafty, not Borg. So there we go. So you're going to have this little, just hammer it in. There we go. I have this little clip that you'll be able to just see inside, and then we're going to clip our receipts into there. So this is now going to go in there, but I've just realised, of course, that's going to push that down a little. So just like I did on the other one, I am going to cut another. I'm going to cut this. I'm going to cut the fold out of this one as well. So find the middle, which was 3.5, wasn't it? Da-ba-da, Scooby-Doo. Da-da-da. Dave, you have to put it there. Find the middle is there. Mama bum. Singing is optional. Well, it is in your life, it's not in mine. Singing is part of my life. It's a shame I just can't sing. There we go. And then we're going to cut that fold out, which is exactly what I did on the other one. Is I just cut a little bit of a fold out where the on the width of the paper clip, just so the paper clip stood out. But this time it's not going to stand out to make a hook. It's going to just stand out so that it allows space for that. So we could give it a hook. Maybe we'll do that then. Take that out. Oh, you know why I can't take it out? Because it didn't slit it either side. There we go, Dave. That's better. Cool. So that just means that now accommodates that when it sits in there, without pushing it all down, too far down. So if we don't pull the clip off, Dave, I will glue that in a minute. But now that clip will just sit in there. So you see how now, you can see that, don't look at my aging hands. You've got the crease, you've got a space, and you can see the crease of the clip, and then a further crease. Okay, so that's what we've got now. And it just looks, I guess that looks nice and aesthetic. So what we can do is we could make a little hook. So if I go for, let's just do this. I don't cut very well, did it? No, it didn't. I want to do 2 centimeters wide, because that's the same width as that. That's probably wider. I think that's actually 1 inch. It is. So I'm going to cut that down a bit. I did that. What other one go? We'll make it this wide. I'll cut against that inch. Don't do this at home. Well, you probably don't have one of these, so you can't. But do as I say, not as I do. And if I had loads of these, I probably would have used that and used that part of the hook, but I don't have loads of them, and I'm scared I'm going to run out. So what we'll do is we'll just fold that over and just score it with a thing that eludes me. We'll use this in the meantime, but I don't know where the other one is. Just for that. I'll pop a little hole in this. Hole. Put a hole in. Is that? Oh, I don't know. I can't really see where I'm putting that hole, but I'll go for there. Oh, that's all right. And then what we'll do is just round that up a little, just with a very shallow roundiness on there. Clip that corner off. Same again. So don't worry, Margo's keeping well. She's just she's out of business today, so I just thought I'd get this made for her. So, oh Dave, you've made an error of judgment there, didn't you? You just cut that whole thing off. Oh no, now it's all stuck in the... Oh dear. Oh well, never mind, Dave. Get it sorted before Margo comes back and finds that you've made a mess of that. Oh dear, that's even more of a mess. You know, when you try and cut a bit off, keep cutting it off until actually, you know, you've got nothing left. So now it's two separate pieces. It was a nice fold. It's just two separate pieces now. Oh well, not a problem. We'll just glue them together. It's absolutely fine to make mistakes. I don't even know whether I need to be fair. I'll just go for one. Save on the bulk. So remember, I don't need to go right up to the top because it's going to go in, and we're going to stick it to the other one, the one that hasn't got anything already stuck to it. I'm going to have that sticking out at the top. Maybe about there. That's fine. That now sticks in there. You can still see the little metal bit. That's absolutely fine. It all marries up nicely. Good. Right, okay. Next thing to do is... Actually, that way round, Dave. Next thing to do is... Just check that that still works. Yep, that's fine. Is glue these two bits together. So, what I'm going to do is... I'm going to keep them together for now. I want to be together. And then we'll get this piece of glassine. Which bit did we colour? That bit. Okay, we're going to have that on the outside. And then I'm just going to put this round the window. Try and get up to the edge just to kind of stop it from gaping too much. I'm going to move that away so that I don't get that all over the front of the thing. That's the front bit, so that's going to go on the outside, and we're going to have to cut it down a bit because it's too wide. Pop that on. So what I'm going to do is I'm just wet my fingers just to give me some friction so that I can stretch that and make that all nice and flat. There we go. So whoever gets this has a bit of my DNA on it, so that's a joy to behold, isn't it? So thanks to everybody, by the way, that has commented on what you think I should do for my 500th video. That poll is still open. There's a question in the community bit where you can, you know, have your say what you should do. Thanks to everybody that has said, you know, some people have asked about collabs, and some people have asked about I quite liked Tamara. Thought her idea was kind of a bit off the wall. I really quite liked it though, which was to maybe do have to set up a desk with Margo's stuff. So kind of everything I've done up to now with the Margo stuff. Which I quite kind of liked. I just don't know where I'm going to do that. I'd have to do, probably the only place I've got any space is down in the cellar, and I'd have to clear some space to find that. I live in a very tiny house, so. But like I say, I liked the idea of it. So there we go. So that's that bit glued down. It does slightly hang over that edge. I will cut that down shortly. Who are you calling shortly? And then we're going to encase this little mechanism thing that we've made. So we'll just glue that in now. So because we're gluing this in, what I am going to do is use some of my 3-in-1 to glue this clip onto the back here so it doesn't move around again. So what this is, it's not 3-in-1, this is what 3-in Kalal. So it's a mixture of Kalal and 3-in-1. So I'm going to put some of this on it, on the metal bit, because that will hold the metal down, and then the rest of it I'll use with my whatever this is, art glitter glue. Couldn't remember the name of it, sorry, apologies Art Glitter, or whoever makes it, Barbara, I don't know. Maybe if I had the formula for glue I would be a very rich man, other than hooves. I know you can make them out of hooves, but like, you know, I think we steer clear of making things out of hooves these days. It's not very animal friendly. Well, at least I think we do. So let's just fold that over to there, line it up. Now I'm going to flip it back over and stick it down in the folded way. There we go. We've got our little hanging thing now. Put the lid back on that 3-in-1. Sorry again about coughing. Put that in there for a minute. So now we have this little thing here. Now I've got these. Now these are super duper gorgeous, special, and I'll show you where I got these from in a minute. So they're going to go in there. Might be a bit long, Dave. I have to fold it up. Fold it in that kind of a, folded in not a very neat way. I'm just going to ink that so that it looks a bit like it's been there like that for a while, and then you've got that kind of shading stuff, so that's going to go in there. Another one in there. Cool, so they're all going to go in there, and then what we're going to do is, I think we might round off the corners. Let's just make sure none of that's in the way. It's not. Let's see if we can make a better job of rounding the corner off this time, Dave, without making a boob. Oh, this is probably not going to round, is it? No. Just thought, because it's so thick, maybe I'll have to do, maybe I didn't love you quite as often as I could have. Maybe I didn't need you quite as often as I should have. Little things I should have said and done. I never took the time. You were always on my mind. Shh. Sorry. I forgot I was still singing. Come on, play the game. Playing the game. Oh, good. There we go. I just need to take that extra tiny slither off. Okay, so let's just take that out. Fold that over. Roll me over. No, don't sing that, Dave. Roll me over, brush me down, and do it again. No, shush, Dave. that little overhang that I'm not happy about. That little overhang that I'm not happy about didn't come off, did it? Well, it did at the top, it just didn't at the bottom. Right, I'll put those receipts back in again now. Put them the right way up. Margo won't be happy if you don't put them back the way that they were. I'll just go in the little clip in there. There we go, that's nice, and then they'll just sit like that. So probably could do with a bit of a, or sitting under a brick or something. And I'm going to give it a bit of an ink as well. So we're going to go for this. I'm just going to go over the little edges. Give it a bit more authenticity to it. You know me, I like the little bit of yellowing that I get from this. And I think what we'll do is we'll put another label on the front like we did on the last, like I did on the last one. You weren't here for me doing the last one, so that was my prototype. So, well, it wasn't. It was my prototype that I was happy for you to see on camera. The prototype that I wasn't happy for you to see on camera is not here. Well, it is here, so I'm just not going to show you. So, apologies again, like I keep coughing. It's driving me mad. I'm not sure who's driving more mad, me or you. But what colour have we got in here? Oh, we don't have a colour in there at all. Do we want a colour in there? Do we want to have a? No, I don't know. They're all shiny, so they need matting down. So, right, what should we have? We'll have AC again. Account A / same account, a space, and we can have it's 3 2 9 6 7. I don't know where that came from, just sounded like a nice number. Oh, where's the, oh, it's the cutty things on here, the cutty sark. Oh, Dave, that was not that didn't go well, did it? So we're going to go again, A / C space, what did I say? 3 2 9 6 7. 3 2 9 6 7. More spaces this time, Dave, before you cut it. There we go, cut. And then we're going to do a bit of cutting off of here, and then we're going to cut this bit off here. Oh, I think we're going to give it, I think the last one had a name, Utros. So Utros is the account, the customer account details, so like as in the business account details. And then we're going to put the AC on here. So that's the account number. And then we can have, I don't know, we'll have D, A, V, I, S, and we'll have, oh, if we do it, we don't have a ampersand, do we? Ampersand, no. Okay, Davis, I'll just do limited then. I was going to do and partners or something. L, T, D. Lucky I cut that off at the right right part. It's quite short, so good job I didn't cut the letters off. Get this off here, or not. There we go, just peel it back. Oh, that's it. You pick it up and then press it back on, Dave. That's a good idea. Well done. Get off me. Put that on there. We can have that on there. Ooh, Margo won't be happy if I stick that on there. Not in the middle. She's a bit like me. She likes the perfection of things. So I'm just going to stick it to my... Oh, no. Stick it to my blade. Try again, Dave. Stick it better on my blade. And then use that to make it straight. And in the middle multiple point. There we go. That's that. Bit of a wiggle over that now, and then we can just do the back for a bit more authenticity. Wiggle over the back and a wiggle over the back, Dave. There we go, that's it. So that's another one that we've made. So we've got these other little account customer receipt file things. So I said I was going to show you where I got those from. So be prepared. Be prepared. I bought myself from eBay one of these. Only for crafting. I'm not going to suddenly go into accountancy of yesteryear. Now I realise that this is from 1978, I believe. I did get the instructions as well. I was given the instructions here. Old instructions. But I had to have it because I wanted to have this kind of a printout. And this was so yellowed. I just thought, how perfect is that? So I literally just, and I'll do one now for you so you can kind of see. So sorry, I've forgotten. I was in my element. I used to do this where I used to work. I used to enter numbers like this all the time, and then do that gives you a full total, and then we'll just print it forward, and there we go. So I just had to have that. So it only cost me, I think it was cost me £10, and I got free postage. So that's another one we can actually, we'll have that one in there, shall we? There we go. And actually maybe this little Davis account, she's taken them out for dinner. So like you do, you take your clients out for dinner, don't you? And you butter them up and you get them to give you discounts on stuff. So she took them out. They had fajitas. So I have these all over my house. Like I have that. There's another one here. There's well, I can't see any here, but like I've probably got about 20 of these in my house, and that's because every time Vic comes here, he takes them out of his back pocket and he leaves them lying around. So I reuse them. So there we go. That's what we've made. So we've made a little customer receipt file, slightly different than that one, but they're principally the same. So I hope you enjoyed that. It's something that you might give a go of. It'd be great for nice little journaling space. You could fill it full of receipts like this and have little journaling spaces on the back of them. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. My name is Dash of Dave, and don't forget to give this a like, give it a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up for my birthday. There you go. So if nothing else prompts you to give me a thumbs up, just give me a thumbs up for my birthday. So this week is my birthday week, so lots of thumbs up, please. That's all I ask of you. And yeah, so that's it. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope you'll join me for another video when I'm making something else. And then on Friday I'll be making something a bit different, again for Margo, but just a little bit different from the kind of stuff I've been making. Well, I'll see you then. All right then, folks, thanks very much. Don't forget, I love you all without exception until you give me a reason not to. So don't give me a reason not to. And I'll see you all in the next video. Take care, folks. Lots of love. Lots of hugs. And a kiss from Margo. She's just come back. She's put the kettle on. So we're all having a cup of tea now. All right then, folks. Take care. Love you. Bye.